So tell me what you have here. So even though it's Celeste King Common Principal, I love being able to go into the classrooms and work with the kids. Hi, boys and girls, how are you? It just is invigorating, and it keeps you kind of young. Where is it? Good job. The message I always send to kids is, you can do this, no matter what.
Some advice that she gave me was to never give up and to keep on going. She has given me confidence and courage.
Miss King always has my back because she's always there to help me whenever I feel down.
Miss King gives me the confidence to be myself. Miss King is a very busy lady because she's always around the school trying to help someone. I think she's a hard worker, she's persistent, and she's loving. She's a leader, and I want to be a leader like her too.
So the next challenge is to think about reading. I don't think that you are a good leader unless you can get people to follow and to see the vision that I have and to join in and making that vision possible.
So we had an assembly for Miss King to celebrate her getting the award.
As I walked down the aisle, they gave me flowers. So I guess the good news is that the kids know that I do love them and that I'm working hard for them. And then they just gave me the love back today. They are my family.
How are you? The English composition assistant supports students working with the English teachers. But the joy for us is that we get to work one-on-one with students. Well, that's a really good point that you're making because that does strike a lot of people in this book. It's incredibly rewarding when you can learn from these students because a lot of them have gone through very difficult things. And they have grit and they have courage, and that's inspirational.
Ms. Atkin has helped me so much over the past 4 years. She gives the best constructive criticism, and she's able to connect with me and understand, and I think that's the biggest thing.
You can talk to her anytime for help, for any advice. There was one thing that she told me all the time where she said, don't just show it, tell it. She made me elaborate more. She would help me with unrolling my ideas to make them into greater things.
I went to her straight away when I had trouble with my college essays. It's the #1 person to go to.
I read about their stories, and it makes my world bigger. The college application essay is a portrait of who they are.
I had joined indoor track once in my sophomore year, but my thoughts consumed me. The pressure I put on myself led me to quit, which was a decision I deeply regretted.
Shortly afterwards, my mother was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma. The three of us practically lived at the doctor's offices getting checkups for my brother or accompanying my mother to chemotherapy.
We're able to get to that deeper thinking that a lot of teenagers resist. And we actually have the opportunity to go with them in that place. They broaden my world. They deepen my life too. It's really a privilege.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to learn today.
This back and so makes me feel happy, like really happy.
So my classroom is my happy place, and I want it to be a happy place for my students. I greet them every morning with a warm smile, a gentle hug, a high five, because I want them to know that they're important to me, and I want to build those relationships.
She's a love bug because she's kind.
ING, 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 ing.
5- and 6-year-olds are very active, and they need to be engaged, and my classroom is a busy place, but it's also a place where kids can take a risk and know it's safe, and that it's okay if they make a mistake. And if they can't do something, it's okay. They can't do it yet, but with hard work and persistence, they'll be able to do it.
I've learned to write stories. My favorite thing about being in Miss Backenstad's class is writing.
So I remember that I was asked if I liked to read at one point and before kindergarten, and I answered I did not like it. She changed that with her ways of teaching and made it fun to learn.
15, 16, 17.
My favorite thing about her
is counting and going over the tables.
You think you're going to get a 4 again?
What I love most about my job is the pure joy that I have when I get to see my students, when they realize and they say to themselves, wow, I can do it, or yes, I did it. It's magical. There's like a smile that comes across their face, and their shoulders go up and their head goes up and they just gleam.
And she would always just stick to being kind and calm and always make it easy for us.
1 and 4.
I really never wanted to leave kindergarten because she was such a great teacher.
I will always remember Miss Beckenstow's smile.
Monday morning, nothing better. That first day in the classroom will tell you right away that this is what you want to do. And I knew right away this is what I was going to do. Judges on the affordable...
You can tell that he loves to teach, just through his actions, through how genuine he is. He's an amazing teacher.
I remember my first year, I thought this is the best teacher I've ever had, and the fact that everyone else thinks the same as me should really tell everyone something.
If he wasn't here, the school probably would not have been as enjoyable as it has been for me.
My 10th grade year, I took my first AP class with Mr. Bassett. Now, I take 3 AP classes because of him.
Nothing in life is worth achieving if you're not going to work hard to go get it. Look at like the whole thing, go word for word, but what I want you to do is say, let's highlight some key words and phrases that can help me do this.
I do the best that I can possibly do. Even if I don't understand something, he makes sure that I put my best foot forward and get the best out of my work.
Just the skills that he's taught me have made me a better student, and I was able to get into Georgetown.
I'll be a teacher, I think, to the day I die, the day I take my last breath. I can't ever see me doing anything else. I love my job, and that's the best part of my job, is being in front of students is the greatest feeling in the world.
The way I see it, everybody has a story, and so I want to know their story, and I also share my story.
First day of school, I learned that she was also Puerto Rican like me, and she talked to me about how Hurricane Maria affected her family, and it really allowed me to understand her more and get to more of a deeper level, even if it was just the first week of school.
And I want you to push your thinking.
She talks a lot about her personal life. It makes me feel more connected to her and that I'm like not alone and that she actually cares for me.
I can always trust her and I can always come to talk to her, and I want to be a teacher like her who's really awesome.
I keep track of a lot of my students, my former students. They know that I'm here for them no matter what.
You never forget the good ones. You just like, she was just that one cool teacher that's like, feel like a mom at school.
She really made me believe in myself. She pushed me to kind of that next level, and I try to do that with my students.
Ms. Hayton is an amazing mentor to me. She's just an awesome person. She's an angel, definitely. She's an angel.
I have touched some lives for the better, and I gotta tell you, as a person, as a mom, and as a teacher, it's fulfilling. My heart is full, and I'm not done. I feel like I have a lot more to do.